Hello there, my name is Leo, and today, in this vlog, we will be exploring the application of physics in my house. Let's get started. Okay, so first you may have noticed that there are gaps under your doors. This is because air needs to circulate properly in your room. And if you have an AC installed, of course your room is going to be cold. And cold temperature can create high air pressures because cold air has greater density and the concentration of the molecules can raise the air pressure. Basically, if you don't have the gaps under your doors, well, you can possibly get stuck in your room. The next step is the mirror. The way it works is that it reflects light, and according to the law of reflection, when a ray of light hits a surface, it bounces in a certain way, like a tennis ball thrown against a wall. The incoming angle, called the angle of incidence, is always equal to the angle leaving the surface, or the angle of reflection. Since this is a flat mirror, the image being reflected is the exact same, excluding the fact that left is right and right is left. If it's a concave or a convex mirror, then the image will be distorted. Now let's talk about phones. We all use phones in our daily life now to the point where boomers post a lot of nonsensical crap on Facebook that translates to technology bad, book good. Here's an example. Weird, look that, someone printed out a bunch of tweets and then they added extra characters to all the words. Or as I like to call it, a book. Ha ha ha, so funny, clap, claps, claps. Anyways, going back on the topic, the one thing that a lot of people are worried about is the radiation. Wait, phone bad, it emits radiation, blah blah blah. Guys, the radiation emitted by phone is non-ionizing, so it isn't harmful. If anything, bananas are more dangerous, because the radiation that they emit is ionizing. So what, are you going to ban bananas or something? Anyways, back on the topic of phones, one of the selling points back then is the touchscreen. There are 5 types of touchscreen that exist in the world, but there's 2 main ones. The first one is the capacitive touchscreen. Capacitive touchscreens work by sensing the conductive properties of an object, usually the skin on your fingertip. Resistive touchscreens operate by sensing direct pressure applied by the user. A resistive touchscreen consists of a touch layer on top of the standard display, which means that you can touch with either your finger or basically anything else. You mainly see resistive touchscreen on devices like printer, GPS, handheld consoles, etc. Resistive touchscreens are never used in modern phones. I mean, who wants to put their phones in their pocket only to find out that they've dialed 911 911 times? Moving on, the refrigerator. The thing Microsoft has released for the sake of the memes. The way it works is that it converts electrical energy to mechanical energy by a motor. Then the mechanical energy is converted to thermal energy via a compressor, heating up the refrigerant. Then the thermal energy in the refrigerant is manipulated a few times by cooling through the condenser coil, and again by rapid expansion. This process repeats. And I do not know how to do a transition, so let's talk about the freezer. It freezes water from a liquid state to a solid state, called ice. Because when water cools to its freezing point, there's less energy, causing its molecules to slosh around so that the molecules are able to form steadier hydrogen bonds with their neighbors and basically lock into position. This is the same basic process that causes all liquids to solidify. That is all for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed and find it informative. See you guys next time. Goodbye. Is always equal to the angle that leaves. If it's a concave or a concave. Now let's talk about phones. We all. To the point where boomers post a lot of nonsense. To the point where boomers post a lot of nonsense. We will phone bad, it emits radiation, blah blah blah. Guys, phones emit daily life now. To the point where boomers post a lot of nonsense. Now let's talk about phones. We all use phones in our daily life now, to the point where boomers post a lot of nonsense. Phones emit resistive touch. This is the same basic process that causes all liquids to solidify. Electrical energy to mechanical energy by a motor. Then the mechanical energy is converted to thermal energy via Then the mechanical completed a few times by cooling through the